Okay, recording na.
Okay. Can you hear me? Okay. Can you hear me? Okay.
Opo,
Yes,
sir.
Doc.
Opo, Doc.
Okay, we'll now start. Okay. So, first of all, I'd like to welcome everybody to this pep talk this afternoon. Please mute yourself, but always show your video picture. Sign in your name, your Facebook account, or email address in the chat box. Please include the names of companions attending with you. Use the chat box to ask questions and make comments while the pep talk is on. There'll be group pictures at the start and end of the pep talk, so please show your face in the video. As a reminder, after the pep talk, please take the online learning curve evaluation test exercise for mastery of learning and have a perfect score to get a certificate like the one shown here. So I placed the link in the chat box. Another reminder, obtaining 25 OLETE certificates will entitle one mentee to a voucher for a RO Hoson medical consultation, either face-to-face or telemedical. Another request, please type in your feedback in the chat box during the open forum and before we adjourn. Thank you. Let's now have a group picture taking before we start the pep talk proper in 2 minutes. Please show your face in the video now. Ready? One. Bakit? Bakit merong may mag-fire sa laptop? Okay, ready? One, two, three. I have a patient empowerment program in which I like to empower the lay people or patients to take control in the management of their health. I started the pep talk on May 15, 2021 during the COVID-19 pandemic. There are 3 courses in the pep talk. I completed the core course on October 9, 2021. And then from October 2021 onwards, I've been tackling health disorder and health issue courses. May 17, 2025, this year marks the start of year number 5 for the RO Hoson pep talk. How long the pep talk will last will depend on the enthusiasm, discipline, and perseverance of everybody, you and me. My pep talk today is entitled Must Know Common Patients' Rights in Healthcare. The empowerment objective is for the lay people to have a knowledge of the common patients' rights in healthcare as part of their health management. The contents of this pep talk will be the following. What are patients' rights in healthcare? Why should the lay people or patients know their rights in healthcare? What are the common or more common patients' rights in healthcare that all lay people or potential patients must know? And what are R.O. Hawson's recommendations on putting into action knowledge of patients' rights in healthcare? Disclaimer, the R.O. Hawson Pep Talk contains my thoughts, perceptions, opinions, and recommendations culled from my personal experiences as well as from the writings of other health professionals. Let's start with the first topic. What are patients' rights in healthcare? Patients' rights in healthcare refer to the fundamental principles and legal entitlements that protect individuals. We're talking about patients. Okay. Doctors can also include it when they become patients, seeking or receiving medical services or care in a healthcare system, such as in a hospital or clinic. So kasama yung clinic, kasama yung hospital. And then why should the lay people or patients know their rights in healthcare? Knowing their rights in healthcare ensure that patients are treated with dignity, respect, and fairness while receiving quality, safe, competent, and ethical care. I will expound on this in a little while. And what are the common or more common patients' rights in healthcare that all lay people or potential patients must know? So we have such a thing as patients' rights under the Philippine laws. So patients in the Philippines are granted several rights under the various legal frameworks in the country, including the 1987 Constitution, various statutory laws, and established administrative orders of the Department of Health on patients' rights. So these are the three sources of the main sources of the patients' rights under the Philippine laws. The 1987 Constitution, the various laws on this aspect, and then those administrative orders issued out by the Department of Health regarding patients' rights. So at present, as of June 2025, there is still no official comprehensive listing in one document on the patient's rights in the Philippines. I've been looking for one, if there is one reference material that will give you a complete comprehensive listing, but I've not found one. Okay. So I'll try to collect as many of the on the published patients' rights in the Philippines under the legal frameworks. I will present the more common ones for now. Number one will be right to informed consent. So this means patients have the right to receive complete information about their medical condition and the proposed treatment options. So dapat ina-explain ng doktor yung completely about the diagnosis, the basis for the diagnosis, for the medical condition being presented by the patient, and also the proposed treatment options. So the patients must give informed consent before any procedure or treatment is carried out. When you say informed consent, it could be yes, an informed yes, or informed no. So in the negative one, the refusal is also part of the informed consent. The failure of a healthcare provider to secure informed consent can result in legal consequences, including malpractice suits. So kung walang consent yung doktor na kinuha sa pasyente and then ginawa yung gamutan and something went wrong, the doctors can be sued. Number two right will be right to privacy and confidentiality. So this is under the Republic Act number 10173, also known as the Data Privacy Act. Patients' personal information and medical information must be kept confidential by the healthcare providers. This ensures that only authorized individuals, such as medical professionals directly involved in the patient's care, have access to this sensitive information. So, kung may mga pinapublish, students ako, may pinapublish pa ng mga information about the patient, but this is with the consent of the patient. Number three right will be the right to choose healthcare provider. The patients have the right to select their own healthcare provider, their hospital, and treatment facility. So this includes the right to seek second opinions and transfer to another healthcare institution if necessary. So pwede kayong pumili ng kung sinong doktor ang gusto ninyo, pwede kayong lumipat, pwede yung ayawin yung una. Okay? Then you can also you have the right to seek second opinion. No? Kung lumipat sa ibang hospital, pwede rin. Hindi pwede kayong i-retain sa isang hospital. Right to non-discriminatory treatment. So according to Republic Act number 8344, hospitals and clinics are prohibited from refusing treatment to emergency patients, especially those in life-threatening conditions, regardless of their ability to pay, and refusal to provide emergency care can lead to a criminal penalties. So in the past, there are a lot of instances in which yung mga pobre hindi binibigyan ng emergency care in the private hospitals, no? Because of the inability to pay. So ngayon, kumukonti na because of this law, but I think there's still some who got away with it. Okay. Another right is the right to be treated with dignity. Patients have the right to be treated with respect and dignity. Medical professionals are required to offer their services without discrimination based on social status. Pobre, gagamutin din. Mayaman, gagamutin. Okay. Gender, medical or any medical condition. No? Kung di niya linya, i-refer niya, pero titingnan niya muna at the very start. Kung di niya kaya, then i-refer. No? But she has to make some initial evaluation. Any breach of this can result in administrative complaints and legal actions. The next right is right to be informed of the hospital and treatment costs. Ito, medyo dumadami na pero marami pa rin hindi nagbibigay ng mga estimate, mga kwento, yung mga computations of hospital and treatment costs. And as a patient, you must know that this is your right. You must ask for the cost of your treatment para hindi kayo mapasabak sa mga gastusin. Patients are entitled to receive clear and accurate information about the cost associated with their treatment. So this includes the cost of the procedures, the operations, medications that will be given, yung mga magkano, okay, and other related services. Republic Act number 10606, the so-called Universal Healthcare Act, emphasizes transparency in hospital billing and charges. Right to redress and file complaints. If a patient believes their rights have been violated, they have the right to seek legal redress. Complaints can be lodged with the Department of Health, the Professional Regulation Commission, the courts, depending on the nature of the violations. So pwede kayo mag-file ng complaint to all these three mentioned agencies. There are other rights which I may not be able to cover, but let me go first to the last topic before I add more patients' rights. My last topic will be what are R.O. Hoson's recommendations on putting into action knowledge of patients' rights in healthcare. I repeat, patients, these are the patient, there are patients' rights under the Philippine law, and these are granted under various legal frameworks, namely the 1987 Constitution, various statutory laws, Republic Act something, and established administrative orders of the Department of Health under the topic of patients' rights. Understanding the fundamental rights empowers patients to navigate the healthcare system with confidence and ensures that they receive the best possible care while safeguarding their legal protection. So remember, you have all the rights to legal protection while you are supposed to receive also the best possible care. So know your rights as a patient and request and demand them from the physicians and other healthcare professionals and healthcare institutions such as the hospitals and clinics. When I say other healthcare professionals, you can also, that will include the nurses, the dentists, the pharmacists, okay, and other healthcare professionals beside the doctors. First, you have to know your rights as a patient before you can request and demand. If the physicians, healthcare professionals, and healthcare institutions know you know the rights, they will grant them to you automatically even without requesting and demanding. So request and demand if they are not delivering your rights. If they are not delivering your rights, remember you have the right to redress and file complaints. And also remember, if a patient believes their rights have been violated, they have the right to seek legal redress. Complaints can be lodged with the healthcare institution management, the Department of Health, the Professional Regulation Commission or PRC, the courts, depending on the type and nature of the violations. How to let the physicians and other healthcare professionals know that you know your patient's rights. My suggestion is that you can gently, politely, and diplomatically remind them of your rights by asking a question such as, sabing diplomatic, sabi mo, hindi ho ba, doktor, hindi ho ba? Then state your specific complaints rights. So if you ask that questions, matatauhan yung doctor or yung nurse or whoever is taking care of you. So this will encourage, if not force them to deliver your patient's rights. This may preempt partial and full violations of your patient's rights. Remember, not all physicians and healthcare professionals know fully the patient's rights. As I said, wala pang isang comprehensive compilation, although may tinuturo sa medical school, sa nursing school, pero hindi siya comprehensive, hindi kompleto. So, always remind and even teach them if needed. So let me now get back to the other patients' rights. As I said, there are plenty. There are overlaps in the statements of the rights. Although they are all important to know, there are certain priority because of the criticality, then common incidents or usage, okay, etc. So just remember that the overarching general objective of knowing the patient's rights is that you have the right to dignity, respect, and fairness while receiving quality, safe, competent, and ethical care. So this is the overarching general objectives. If you can memorize them, well and good. Pero ito yung pinaka-simpleng general guidelines on the other details that I presented to you, yung mga various rights. Marami yan. And the topmost specific objective or the topmost priority in the patient's right is that common sense naman, when you go to see a doctor, to a hospital, you want to have quality and safe patient care. So that's the topmost specific objective. And what is quality and patient safety care? Quality and safe patient care refers to the delivery of health services that are of, number one, quality, number two, being safe. When you say of quality, it must be effective. Yung bibigay sa yung gamot, although no doctors can promise 100% effectivity, at least you will be told that ano yung mga yung mga effectivity rates of a particular treatment, no? Okay. And then usually they will give you the more effective one, yung mga not effective dapat hindi binibigay. Then efficiency also, efficiency meaning that you will be given your healthcare services in terms of least number of inconveniences, resources, walang masyadong gastos, no? Then timely means it's short time possible, as much as possible. Kung minsan, nadi-delay, di ba? Okay. And also in the timely manner, kung sakaling emergency, dapat kagad-kagad. No? Kung di sa emergency, pwede pang maghintay ng konti. No? Okay. Then number 4, parameter for quality will be the patient-centered. So this means respectful and responsive to individual patient preference, needs, and values. Kaya importante may informed consent. Informed consent, we ask the patients anong gusto ninyo, ano yung what do you believe in, what are your preferences, no? Okay. And then safe patient care naman, to put it simply, there's a lot of definitions of safe patient care. Sa hospitals, they use mga guidelines, pero medyo magulo yon, medyo very complicated. So the best, most simple definition of safe patient care is the doctors, the healthcare professionals will not be subjecting patients to undue actual and potential harm during medical care. Mind you, there's no such thing as zero harm, zero risk, no? But we just have to balance the benefit and the risk. Kung mas mataas ang benefit makukuha sa isang gamutan compared to the risk, no? Konti lang yung risk, pwedeng gamitin. No? Okay. So kung mataas yung risk in treating the patient at let's say baka mamatay siya in 90% of the time, wag na lang. Diba? So there are other rights which are adjunctive to the right to quality and patient care. So basically, again, this is in consonance with the overarching objectives that I mentioned again earlier: the right to competent care, ethical care, right to dignity, right to respect, and fairness. Fairness, especially in the mga charging, usually that's the common connotation of fairness, no? Or walang discrimination. More specific rights adjunctive to the right to quality in patient care. So I'll just list down all of them, mention them. Okay, merong mga repetition lang dito. Okay, so right to appropriate medical care and humane treatment. So kasama dun sa quality and patient care. So dinagdag ko lang dito, probably additional emphasis here, humane, may compassion. No? Right to self-determination. You have the right to choose what you want to do. Right to informed consent. Yon. Magka-connect lang yung dalawa, self-determination and informed consent. Right to freedom of choice, right to choose a healthcare provider, right to information. So magtatanong kayo, dapat bigyan din kayo ng information for your treatment. Right to disclosure and access to information. This is related to the one earlier mentioned, right to information. Right to privacy and confidentiality. Right to health education, kasama yon, which is usually not formally given to us, no? Okay, usually nakakalimutan. Right to refuse diagnostic and medical treatment. Okay, remember you can refuse a treatment which this has been recommended to you kung ayaw mo. Okay. Right to dignity, right to religious belief, right to express grievance, you can file complaint, right to medical records, lahat ng medical records that are written on your, when you consult, you have the right to them, including the outpatient, dapat, no? Okay. So hindi lang sa ngayon, mga inpatients lang nagkakaroon ng records. Actually, you have the right to the outpatient records also sa clinics, no? Right to refuse participation in medical research, no? Then right to be informed of one's rights and obligation of the patient, no? Sa mga hospitals, they have published, may mga posters sila doon, no? Mga patients' rights and responsibilities. Okay? So nakikita nyo sa mga pader, sa wall, no? May mga patients' rights and responsibilities, yun, no? Now, patients to live against medical advice, no? Kumisan gusto na din umalis, no? Ayaw na niyo sa hospital, you have the right to leave as long as stable ang condition ninyo, as long as you sign a waiver. Okay? Right to continuity of care. So dapat after your discharge, after your discharge from one hospital, dapat yung doctor, no, ina dapat he will think of ways on how you can continue your care, either by himself or through another doctor. Parang may referral. Okay. Okay. Right to be billed accurately of expenses. Ito yung, again, I want to emphasize this. Karamihan na maraming mali yung mga expenses that you're being billed off, hindi niyo alam. So kaya titingnan niyo bago kayo umuwi, no? Titingnan niyo yung mga bills niyo. Parang pag kumakain kayo sa restaurant, no? Before you pay, usually tinitingnan niyo kung tama yung na-bill sa inyo, yung mga in-order niyo. Ganun din sa hospital. Try your best to check the expenses that you incurred in the hospital and check kung tama. More specific rights adjunctive to the patient's right this time, yung mga specific mga RA na, yung mga may law, no? So number one, right not to be refused treatment during emergencies, especially in emergency room where the patient has no financial resources. Kaya lumabas itong RA 10932 in the past, maraming nangyayari dyan, no? Okay. So, pasyente hindi tinitingnan because sa emergency room, pinapalipat sa ibang hospital because they cannot, kasi pobre, most likely they cannot afford the hospital expenses. No? So, ang law nito is that at least the patient must be given first aid management before being transferred. No? Okay. Number two, the other one will be right on detention of unpaid bills. Sabihin natin na hospitalized ka na at hindi ka makabayad, no? Ang gawain ng ibang hospital dati, hindi niya pinapalabas yung bangkay, no, ng pasyente. Kung let's say namatay, ganon, o hindi pinapauwi ang pasyente until they pay the bill. No? So this is prohibited by RA 9439. So ang pwedeng gawin lang ng hospital, they can only withhold the death certificates or records of confinement, okay, until there's a settlement of the bill. Pero hindi yung bangkay, hindi ka papayagan umuwi, no? Okay. So, I think that's the last slide. Summary takeaway, what are the patient's rights in healthcare? I've explained this. Why should the lay people or patients know the rights in healthcare? What are the common or more common patient rights in healthcare that all lay people or potential patients must know? And then what are my recommendations on putting into action knowledge of patients' rights in healthcare? Takeaway in relation to patient empowerment, be always in touch with reliable medical information on common patients' rights in healthcare. Knowledge is power, it gives power. Use the 4 Ks of patient empowerment: kaalaman, kakayanan, karapatan, and kapangyarihan to gain greater control over decision and make better decisions on common patients' rights in healthcare as part of your health management. This ends my pep talk today. I hope I have empowered you to have a knowledge of common patients' rights. Common muna kasi I don't think I can give you a complete list. Okay? In healthcare, the patient's rights in healthcare as part of your health management. Before we go to the question and answer portion, reminder after the pep talk, please take the OLETE for Mastery of Learning and have a perfect score to get a certificate like the one shown here. I placed the link in the chat box. And then another reminder, obtaining 25 OLETE certificates will entitle one mentee to a voucher for a RO Hoson medical consultation, either face-to-face or telemedical. And then another request, please type in your feedback in the chat box during the open forum. And before we adjourn, let's now have a group picture taking before we start the QA and interaction. Please turn on your video now and show your beautiful faces. Okay. Ready? One, two, three. Okay. So the floor is now open for questions, comments, suggestions, consultations if you want, short consultations, sharing of experiences. Ano mga experiences niyo sa mga rights? So let's start. Any questions? Anong experience niyo dito sa mga rights on patient care? Nakikita ba niyo sa hospital may mga pastel, may posters, no? Patients' rights and responsibilities pa nga. May the word responsibilities, no? So, aside from the rights, in-emphasize nila na meron din responsibility ng mga pasyente, no? Lalo na yung to settle their bill, sasabihin nila, no? Pero pag doon sa rights, hindi nila nilalagay yung patient rights to be billed accurately. Yan ang emphasize ko sa mga hospital administrations, no? They should include that, no? So from my personal experience, maraming mali yung mga billing. Pag binibill na kayo, titingnan ninyo, no? Okay. Ako, as personally, I usually, because of my patient-centered approach, usually tinitingnan ko yung bill ng mga pasyente. Tinutulungan ko sila mag-check, no? Okay. Any questions? Who has been confined before? Wala? Perla, anything that you want to share? Si Perla, I think may experience siya na tinatanong niya yung doktor, ano yung diagnosis ninyo? Ano yung natatandaan ko yung kwento mo, Perla eh. Tama, Perla? Unmute yourself. Unmute. Yan.
Okay na, Doc? Okay na?
Yeah. I remember that incident na kinuwento mo sa akin na may natutok sa akin yung about the diagnosis. Ni-insist mo sa doktor.
Doktor, nung ma-confine yung aking asawa, nung sa isang ospital, tinatanong ko kung ano ang diagnosis nila ba. Eh sabi yung mga nurse, ito yung yung diagnosis nung sabi nung kwan. Eh gusto ko yung yung initial diagnosis. Sabi ko, sinabi ko sa kanila, eh pinipilit na yung final. diagnosis. Sabi ko,
Uh-huh.
hindi naman ito. Sabi ko, meron yung initial diagnosis. At saka yung isang doktor noon, tinitingnan niya yung bukol niya dun sa leeg, yung asawa ko. Sabi ko, doktor, tingnan niyo nga ito, bukol niya kasi parang may mass. Sabi
Oo.
ko,
Oo.
parang may mass na hindi naman siya. Tapos sabi niya sa akin, paano mo alam? Sabi niya sa akin, bakit
Oo.
mo alam yung mga mass, mga ganyan-ganyan? Sabi niya sa
Oo.
akin. Doktor, meron kaming, may kilala akong doktor na meron kaming lecture tuwing Sabado, kaya naralaman ko ang mga yan, sabi ko. Kaya
Hmm.
nagtaka nga po siya, sabi niya, bakit mo alam mga yan, yung mga mass, mga ganyan-ganyan, sabi niya sa akin. Yung sinabi ko, doktor, nag-attend ako ng lecture nyo na ganun. Tapos minsan, yung sa ospital, pag ganun pala, pag mga halimbawa, ang bill nyo, doktor, is 100,000, tinatawagan ka na nga po nila na magbayad ka ng 50%, otherwise, ikaw na daw ang bibili sa labas. Hindi na sila magbibigay ng Yun ang na-experience ko doon sa ospital na yun.
Halos lahat.
Nung, oh,
Halos lahat.
ganun.
Oo.
Ganun ba talaga, doktor?
Oo, halos lahat yung policy nila kasi baka hindi daw niyo mabayaran ng todo, ng
Oo,
gusto. No?
halimbawa, babayaran
So,
mo yung kalahati.
yeah, papa-down na kayo kagad. No?
Oo, tapos
Otherwise,
pag hindi mo nabayaran, ikaw na ang bibili sa labas ng mga gamot, mga kung ano-ano.
oo nga
Paano
eh.
kung mga malaki na doktor, halimbawa, milyon na umabot na ng milyon, kung wala ka naman pambayad, paano po yun?
Ayan, malaking problema yon. Okay.
Opo.
So, importante, number one is also kaya nga importante malaman ninyo bago kayo sumagupa sa isang hospital, alam niyo yung mga gastos, no? Pag nakapasok na
Opo.
kayo, trap na kayo doon, mahirap na
Oo nga
lumabas.
po.
Okay, so make sure alam niyo yung magagastusin ninyo at ready kayo, no? So pag na-trap na kayo, ang hirap lumabas na. Hindi kayo papalabasin as much as possible kung di niyo mababayaran, di ba? Okay. And then,
Paano pag emergency, doktor? Kagaya yung nangyari sa kaibigan ko, nagpa-check up lang siya sa Manila Doctors.
oo,
Nung pauwi na sila, nawalan siya ng malay doon sa harapan ng emergency. Siyempre, dinala doon sa Maddox.
oo,
Ayun,
okay.
naopera siya sa ulo kasi meron daw nag-clot na dugo. Hanggang ngayon, nandun pa siya, doktor. More than a month na siya doon. Parang ang alam ko, bill nila, parang umaabot na yata ng 2 milyon eh.
Okay. Kaya nga, before, kung let's say, uh, ewan ko kung na-aksidente o baka nagkaroon siya ng hematoma sa ulo, no? Doon
Opo,
sa
may aneurysm daw.
aneurysm sa emergency room doon sa labas,
Opo,
na so
opo,
pag pinasok sa emergency room, ida-diagnose ng ng mga doktor doon, di ba? Tapos
opo.
sasabihin sa pasyente at sa kamag-anak, kailangang operahan at dapat bigyan ng estimate, no? Okay. So
Mm.
nasa relatives na kung itutuloy nila yung operasyon o ililipat nila. So
Ah,
pwedeng pwedeng
tinatanong.
oo, dapat, no? So,
Mhm.
kung sa mga doctors, tinatanong yon, no? Kasi na nagkaroon na sila mga problema na hindi makabayad ng pasyente, di ba? Okay. So,
Opo.
usually hindi rin alam ng pasyente kasi yung mga pasyente, emergency, sige na, gawin na niyo lahat ng dapat
Opo,
gawin.
kasi ang sabi daw kasi doktor, within 48 hours, kailangan maoperahan. Kasi kung hindi maoperahan, baka kaya syempre, ikaw naman na relatives ng pasyente, gusto mo mabuhay, di po ba?
Yeah,
Di
oo.
kaya
Yeah. So, ibabalance niyo yung yung kaya ba niyong bayaran, di ba? Kaya dapat
kaya nga
lagi,
ang sabi doktor, wini-work out daw na i-transfer sa PGH. Pwede pa ba yun? I-transfer siya sa PGH?
pwede naman. Basta
Kahit na may sakit, kahit na gano'n?
oo, meron. Basta stable yung pasyente, no? Kahit hindi, let's say, hindi pa siya na-operahan, stable. Basta hanapan siya. Kumisan yung hospital, private hospital, maghahanap ng government hospital for transfer, no?
Mm.
Pero the reality is mahirap maghanap ng government hospital lalo na sa Metro Manila, no? Para puno, palaging puno, lalo ng PGH, no? Mahirap ilipat,
Opo.
no?
Ang hirap pumasok po diyan.
Kaya dapat, I don't know, dapat nakahanda na palagi. Okay, nakahanda na lang sa financial, ganon, no?
Hirap
At
magkasakit ngayon.
oo, at basta, pero alamin na ano, na pwedeng lumipat, huwag magsagupa,
Opo.
no? Okay. So
Opo.
humingi ng tulong not only from yung relatives, no? But also from your mga doktor na kilala, okay? So kadalasan, yung sa akin naman, yung mga pasyente, mga let's say na stroke, whatever, or may aneurysm sa ibang probinsya, let's say sa Metro Manila naman, pag kasi Bulacan, hindi kayang operahan doon. So, ililipat from a private hospital to PGH or OM. Yun, minsan tinatawagan nila. Kung kaya ko, hinahanapan ko sila pag-transfer. No? Okay. Minsan, pero
Opo.
kadalasan talagang mahirap maghanap ng palilipatan. No? Okay.
Opo.
So, yun. No? So know your rights na ano, no? Okay. Para alam niyo kung anong gagawin niyo kung sakaling emergency kayo, no? At kung di naman emergency, anong dapat in-expect niyo sa mga doktor during the confinement, no? Okay. Okay? Any more?
Okay lang ba doktor na, halimbawa may doktor ako, tapos
Mhm.
gusto kong magpa second opinion, third opinion,
Oh,
okay
pwede.
lang ba yun?
Oh, yeah. That's your right. That's your right.
Opo.
Oo.
Kasi
Pwede.
parang minsan kasi nagpunta ako diyan sa yung ospital. Since lumipat ako, sabi nung secretary nung isang doktor, ay ba't ka lumipat? Nagagalit si ganito pag dito ka. Sabi yung secretary, doktor. Sabi ko naman, parang karapatan ko naman mamili ng doktor, sabi ko. Kasi daw yung doktor na yun, pag nalalaman daw niya na ano yung pasyente, para daw nagagalit.
Ano yung mga doktor ganun talaga? Tao rin yung mga doktor, no? Nagtatampo,
Opo,
di ba?
opo,
Okay. Kaya nga
parang ganun.
sabi ko sa lecture nga, di ba, sa lecture ko kanina, no, a lot of doctors do not know the rights of the patients also. Kaya kayo ang dapat alam ninyo, di ba? So,
Oo nga po, sabi ko, karapatan ko naman pumili ng doktor ko sabi ko nung sa
ah,
secretary.
oo, karapatan ninyo. Kung ayaw niyo
Opo.
ayaw niyo sa akin, okay lang, punta kayo sa iba, di ba? Walang problema, no? Okay. So,
O
kung
kaya
gusto,
tinanggap din po ako dahil sabi ko wala siya sabi ko, wala kasi yung doktor, sabi ko kaya pumunta ako dito.
oo.
Baka daw
Yeah,
pag malaman niya,
hindi, kahit na malaman niyo, okay lang. Dapat,
eh,
alam ng doktor yung rights ng pasyente, no? Kung pwede sila, no, no?
opo.
Wag niyo pipilitin na dapat sa kanya, dapat sa kanya. Kung ayaw sa kanya, no? So yung sa akin,
Mm,
ganyan. Kung ayaw sa akin, okay lang sa akin. Lumipat kayo sa ibang doktor, no? Kung gusto niyo sa
opo.
akin, usually tinatanong ko rin kung bakit lumipat na kayo sa akin. So, tinatanggap ko pa rin. Di ba? Kasi may right sila. No? They have the right. No? Siyempre, kung minsan,
Kasi kung minsan yung
pagkilala ko yung
kasi
isang
yung minsan
doctor,
kasi yung doktor na yun.
sige, ikaw mauna ka. Kung minsan,
Minsan kasi doktor yung doktor kasi na yung minsan ang dami niyang pinapagawa. Ang dami, dami. Kaya sabi ko, parang ayaw ko yung ganun. Sabi ko, ang dami niyang pinapagawa na kahit hindi niya sako. Halimbawa, nagpa-check up ako, pagawa niya TSS, kung ano, TSS, T3, T4. Tapos kung ano-ano pa yung 24-hour ambulatory, mga ganun-ganun. Sabi ko, ang dami nang pinapagawa ito. Kaya yung lumipat po ako, doktor.
kaya nga, you have the right to choose kung sinong doktor. That's number one. Ha? Huwag kayo
Ah,
papap isang doktor. Doktor din ako. Kaya sinasabi ko sa'yo, pag ayaw niyo sa akin, okay lang, pumunta kayo sa ibang doktor. Number two, yung mga doktor, halos lahat ng doktor may kanya-kanyang diskarte yan. No? Iba-iba. No? So, hindi pare-pareho. No?
mm.
So, As I said,
Opo.
you can categorize yung mga doktor into minimalist at maximalist, di ba? Okay. So, yung mga
Opo.
may mga doktor, karamihan ng doktor maximalist, no? Maraming pinapagawa na pwedeng hindi kailangan, di ba? Yung minimalist naman, yung
Opo. Oo nga po.
kailangan lang, no? At pag sinabing kailangan lang, hindi man ibig sabihin hindi na siya pwede mag-order ng iba. Kung during the observation, no, during the follow-up, may nakakitang ibang findings, pwede pa siya mag-order ng iba. Pero hindi siya biglaan na ibibigay sa iyo. Baka hindi naman kailangan, di ba? Okay.
Opo.
So, yun ang tinatawag na minimalist, no? So, without sacrificing the quality and safe patient care, yon. So, pag
Opo.
quality and safe patient care, no? So, mas maganda yung pa rin, ano, pwedeng gawin ng minimalist physician yon, no? Kung yung
Opo.
minimalist physician means yung kailangan lang gawin, no? Kailangan lang laboratory, no? Okay, safe pa rin yon, di ba? Kasi mayroong caveat na, may ano yan, may backup siya eh. Basta may follow up, may close observation.
Parang
Oo.
caveat emptor. Parang
Oo, oo. Kung may nakitang bagong development, then mag-order siya ng additional test, no? Okay. Okay?
okay po, Doctor. Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Anybody else want to
Opo.
share? Mayan, you want to share? Mayan, Jose?
Ay, ano po, nagulat lang ako kanina kasi narinig ko yung sabi niyo po na ano na yung pag namatay, pwedeng ano, ialis yung patay dun sa ospital. Kasi yung kapitbahay namin dati dito, umabot na ilang buwan, hindi mailabas sa ospital, public lang po. Hindi ko alam kung ano po nangyari.
Public pa.
Hmm?
Usually private yun. Public, wala namang babayaran yung public, di ba? Babayaran ba? Ah, pag sa public,
Tuhol nila yung bangkay?
ino-hold nila yung bangkay kasi hindi makabayad. Hinihintay yung bayad sa private, no? So yan ang gawain noon. Kaya naglabas sila ng Republic Act something. Pinagbawalan na.
RA9, RA9439.
Pinagbawalan na ngayon, no? Okay. So,
Opo.
kailan nangyari ito sa iyo, yung Mayan? Kailan nangyari? Lately lang o matagal na? Mayan? Nawala. Nawala si Mayan. Okay. Anybody else who
Nawala po, Dok.
nawala. So, yung sinasabi ko, kailan nangyari yon? Kailan nangyari yung incident na yun?
Dok, last year po.
Last year lang.
Last year lang?
Opo.
Kasi
Tagal na
pag
po, ang laki ng bill po nila kahit public hospital yun, Diosdado. Ewan ko narinig po yung Diosdado Hospital sa Caloocan. Hindi ko po alam kung ano na po nangyari dun eh. Narinig ko lang po, kawawa po yung pamilya.
yung government, kung sa government, may private sector yon, may private section sila doon. All purely
Hindi ko po
government.
alam eh.
Sa,
Government po talaga yung Diosdado. Doon na nga lang po siya sa labas. Hindi nga po siya nasa kwarto. Nasa labas lang. Yung gilid lang po ng ano, ospital. Pero nasa loob po ng ospital.
sige, di ko
Pero
alam.
hindi po wala sila sa kwarto.
Baka walang nagkiklaim. Baka walang
Hindi,
nagkiklaim.
meron po. Kaso wala po silang perang panlabas.
Ah,
Hindi ko po alam
so,
kung ano nangyari dun eh.
kaya nga, turuan mo na lang kung kilala mo. Sabi mo, bawal yon, no? Ang pwede lang i-withhold yung death
Opo.
certificate. Saka yung ano, yung ano,
Ah,
yung death certificate lang, saka yung
Hindi mo
abstract.
naman maililibing, doktor, kung walang death certificate. Eh.
Kaya nga, in a way, pero yung body, uh, parang compromise lang yon. Parang yung 50% na sabi mo per yung pag wala ka ng ida-down, sasabihin sa iyo, kung pinapa-down ka at kung di ka maka-down sa private
Hindi, doktor,
hospital.
yung sabi ko, pag yung bangkay, na-hold yung bangkay,
Yeah.
hindi i-hold nila yung death certificate. Hindi mo naman maililibing yung bangkay kung walang death certificate.
Tama, tama. Kaya nga,
Opo.
parang sinircumvent lang niyon eh. Parang halos
Oo,
pareho lang.
parang pareho lang, parang
Oo,
best sabi,
parang
parang
pareho
ganun
lang.
lang.
Oo, oo.
Oo.
Kaya, pero parang, parang kino-compare ko rin yung sinabi mo kanina, yung pag hindi ka maka-down, malaki na yung payment mo, utang mo, yung bill
Opo.
mo. No? So, dapat down ka ng 50%, ganun ganon. Pag hindi ka maka-down, sasabihin
Opo.
sa'yo, yung mga gamot mo sa labas na kukunin. Di ba?
Sa labas na lahat.
Tama?
Opo.
Okay. Kaya nga, may
Opo.
contradiction yan eh.
Opo.
Contradiction kasi may mga patakaran din mga hospital. Sabi na, quality patient care. Sa umpisa, sasabihin nila, bawal bumili ng gamot sa labas. Dapat sa loob lang. Di ba? Tama? Naririnig mo yun. Na,
Opo nga po.
pinagbabawalan nila yung bibili ka ng gamot sa labas, sa
Bumili.
laboratory sa labas, ganun ganon. Pero parang napilitan na lang sila gumawa ng put up a ruling na pag hindi kayo nakabayad, hindi kayo naka-down, dapat sa labas na kayo bibili kayo ng gamot, no? So may contradiction 'yon eh, di ba? No. Okay. So halos So anyway, whatever it is, just be ready, know your rights, be ready to act accordingly, no? Not only to protect your own rights, but how to adjust to the situation, no? Okay. When you say adjust to the situation, parang maghanda lang kayo para hindi kayo maipit sa mga sitwasyon na, let's say, especially yung finances, no? Finances, no? Okay. Okay. So, any more?
Thank you po, Dr. Ray.
Thank you po, Doctor.
Sino pang gusto mag-share? Isa pa, last. Pwedeng isa pa. Wala na? Kung wala na, we'll call it a day. We'll see each other next week again. Okay?
Doctor, Happy Father's Day.
Oh, Happy Father's Day. Thank you.
Happy Father's Day, Doc.
Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day.
Thank you.
Father's Day.
Nakalimutan ko na. Okay.
Bukas, Doctor.
Bukas pa nga.
Bukas.
Sunday. Second
Okay.
Sunday.
Sige. Thank you. We'll see each other next week again.
Bye, Doc.
Thank you po, Doc. Happy
Thank you po,
weekend.
Doctor.
Bye.
Thank you. Happy weekend.
Thank you po.